Hi everyone, my name is Zhe. I'm from Aarhus University, Department of Mechanical and Production Engineering. Today, I would like to share the learnings we have from Project Aurora, where we try to set up energy communities at the university. First, a little bit information on the group I work in. In Energy Systems Research Group, we're interested in a few things. First, we're interested in new concept solar photovoltaic systems. For example, agrivoltaics. We currently have a project where we try to investigate challenges associated with agrivoltaics in Denmark and potential benefits for crops and PV generation. Another research focus at the group is large-scale energy systems modeling, where researchers use computational modeling tools to understand energy transition scenarios in Europe. In general, our research is trying to provide knowledge to support the energy transition. I'm sure everyone is familiar with the climate goals. Our research has shown that to achieve the ambitious climate goals, a fast transition based on wind and solar is the most cost-optimal strategy. Denmark would like to quadruple its wind and solar capacity by 2030, but where should they be installed? And how do we engage citizens to avoid local resistance? Last but not least, how would citizen engagement then change the energy system? With these questions in mind, we joined a few other universities to start Project Aurora. Aurora stands for Achieving a New European Energy Awareness. The project is funded by Horizon 2020 for 3.5 years. We started the project in December 2021. In this project, we're trying to engage citizens in the energy transition through energy communities. That means citizens get a chance to crowdfund and become co-owners of renewable energy infrastructures, in our case, rooftop solar installation at the university. Besides, citizens get to participate in energy-related discussions and workshops. In particular, young generations and marginalized groups are focused in this project, for example, students at the university. 4 universities and a local district council participate in this project as our demonstration sites. In total, we aim to set up 5 energy communities in Spain, Portugal, England, Denmark, Slovenia, respectively. Together, we aim to crowdfund 1,000 kilowatt rooftop solar installations at the universities and engage 7,000 citizens. Now, let's take a look at the energy community at Aarhus University and the challenges we had when setting it up. Energy cooperatives exist in Denmark even before the concept of energy community is introduced in EU legislation. In most of those cooperatives, citizens co-own a wind turbine for local energy supply. Another example of energy community in Denmark is Aviør Energy Community, which some of us are going to visit on Thursday. Because of this strong cooperative culture in Denmark, we quickly decide that the energy community in Aarhus University will be set up as a solar cooperative, or in Danish, en forening. We also quickly identified the rooftops where the solar installation will be. So in this cooperative, our citizens will have the chance to buy a share for 1,000 kroner or 84 euros to become co-owner of the rooftop installation at the university. Every year, based on the electricity that is produced and sold and the number of shares they own, they could get some economic returns. It was important for us that this needs to be affordable for students, so those who don't have a lot of money on their bank account could also be part of this. Apart from the economic benefits to members, we also hold discussions and workshops that is relevant to energy transition, aiming to deliver social and educational benefits to the members. Since there are examples of successful energy cooperatives in Denmark, we thought it would be easy to set up a similar energy community at the university. However, it turns out engaging a public institution, in this case universities, in energy community is far more challenging than we imagined. The first challenge we had was that Danish universities do not own buildings. Of course, there are exceptions, but most of the buildings are owned either by the state or by a private company. What it meant for us was that If we want to install solar panels on the rooftop, we have to discuss not only with the university, but also a building owner. Naturally, a discussion takes much longer time when it involves more parties. The second challenge we had was we quickly found out that university cannot become a member of the cooperative. According to the university law, universities are not allowed to benefit economically from activities that is not the core activity, which is research and education. In this case, if the university were to become a member of the cooperative, there will be some economic returns every year, but that is not allowed according to the university law. So we had to quickly find another legal framework where the university still could be part of the community and contribute to the community. So with the help from our legal advisor, we found out this new framework that is called prosumer via third party. In this framework, the university and the cooperatives are independent from each other. In other words, the university is no longer a member of the cooperative. But because both organizations are using the same buildings, the university could be considered as a prosumer via third party when it purchases electricity from the cooperative. The challenge with that is the framework was new and there are not so many examples of it. So it was very hard to convince the university to try something new and something that they're not used to. Which brings me to the fourth challenge we had, bureaucracy and slow decision-making process. There were a lot of departments involved in the discussion and the responsibilities are diluted. So it was difficult for us to figure out who makes the final decision and when will a final decision will be made. Even our legal advisor, who had a lot of experience negotiating with public institutions, commented that our project was the most difficult one for him. Adding to all of this challenge is the current tax system. In the current tax system, prosumers don't need to pay certain tax, but prosumer via third parties, those tax still apply. So even though the university saves on certain cost, the tax is still there, the saving is not as big, and this certainly does not contribute to a quick decision-making process. All of these 5 challenges are quite easy to say here, but it took us more than a year to overcome all of these challenges. Of course, we are not the only ones that were struggling. Our partners have encountered similar challenges when they are trying to engage their universities to set up energy communities. For example, universities are not financial institutions, so crowdfunding and distributing the economic benefits to students is difficult to carry out. Another challenge is that universities are not local authorities, so by the definition of energy communities, universities are not included. Even when a cooperative is set up, such as in Denmark, if it were not for the prosumer via third-party framework, we would have to go through the challenge of competing with electricity suppliers in the public tendering process. Despite all the challenges, after over a year's discussion, we made some progress. Last month, we founded our solar cooperative in Aarhus. The cooperative is called Universitetsenergifællesskabsforening. We had 6 founders from students, staff, and citizens in Aarhus. Right now, we have over 120 interested participants and looking forward to start our crowdfunding in about 1 to 2 months. If you are a citizen in Aarhus and interested to join the cooperative, you are more than welcome to join by scanning the QR code to join the Google group, or you can also follow the progress from Aarhus and other universities on our social media. With this, I end my presentation. Thank you.